Gemini, hi. So this is going to be a reading for June 1st through the 7th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. What are you doing, Bubba? Sleepy? Sleepity sleep? Over there? Okay, well. To each their own, I guess. Let's see, Gemini, what do we got? Ooh, the overall energy for the reading, the Eight of Cups, a little bit of you're just not in the mood. You're just not feeling it. But you want to feel it, but you're not. Anyways, in the recent past, the Fool, the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Cups. Okay, you're jumping in, almost blindfolded. You're like, oh my God, this feels great, this feels amazing. It has to do with another energy where you feel like it's a match made in heaven type of a thing. And we don't have to talk about romantic things here. It could be a friendship, you know, you just get along with somebody and it's like, oh my God, yeah, you're my best friend starting today. But as you jump, you're like, oh, here I go. And as you jump midair there, I kind of see you being like, uh-oh, the fuck am I doing? No, I don't know. I think you landed. At some point, I think you went with it. But like under this uh-oh type of an energy. So, okay. Anyways, in the current situation, the Hermit, the King of Cups, the Nine of Cups. See, no, you want... are you cutting off the world? Kind of like, I need some time with me. I need some quality time with me. And my heart and my needs and my happiness that's in there somewhere. Not out here. It's not that it's not out there. I think you're cutting yourself off a little bit. Where you're kind of going within. Okay, so maybe that's why you're not in the mood. If if that best friend of yours, new best friend, calls you and says, hey, you want to go? I think you would go, but you wouldn't be in the mood. You wouldn't be like, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, sure, yeah, I'm coming. Fuck, why did I say yes to that? So it kind of looks a little bit like that because there's a massive need here to just go within. In the immediate future, the Ten of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Empress. Maybe taking some space, some time, some space away from something or someone that's very important here. And it's very, very difficult for you to do so, but you are. You're still taking some time and space. Okay, let's clarify. Let me see the Eight of Cups. You get the Knight of Swords, the Page of Cups, the High Priestess. Yeah, you're still participating in things. You're still there. It's just underneath it all, there's a sense of... not like... It's not coming through as... oh, you have to go at a party and meet with someone that you can't stand their guts. No, nothing like that. And you're like, okay, you're still going to show up and you're going to be civil, but nothing like that. It's just anyone. Doesn't matter who it is. It can be the most important person in your life that says, hey, let's go have fun, something that you normally would have fun with. You're just not there with it. Not 100%. You're still going to go from what I can see here. You're like, okay, let's do this, But you're not having the 100% fun that you may want to have. Because part of you, a very big part of you, is kind of calling you within. When that happens, we tend to disconnect from everything that's going on outside of us. So no matter how fun it would be normally for us, we're not going to be there with it 100%, So I think that's what's going on here for you. So it's nothing bad necessarily. It's a matter of, at some point, also recognizing that maybe there is that need. And maybe you should, kind of go with that need too. Not only go to the parties that are fun, or not necessarily parties, but, whatever you got going on. But in the recent past, for the Fool, you get the Tower, the Page of Wands, the World card. What the hell is this? It's so mushed together, like so many things at once here. Because I see your energy again jumping for something, like, oh my god, this feels fucking amazing, and then within not even 2 seconds after you jump, it's like this horrific type of a situation that happens that shows you that, hey, maybe that's not a good idea to just jump into this like this, and then you kind of back away, and then you're still curious about it, but it's like, oh my god, what do I do now? Fuck it, I'm not gonna do anything. But no, because it's still here. So the way you enter an experience here altogether is kind of all over the map. Initially I was like, nah, everything I got is in here, yeah, I'm going for it. And then it just becomes very messy very fast for some reason. Let me do the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Swords. What? It turned, and it turned fast, and it turned ugly. But not ugly like set in stone ugly, like, okay, I'm done here completely. I'm completely out. No. Your energy is still open to this. It's kind of in limbo. It's kind of like, I don't even know what the fuck to do anymore here. Well, it ends with I'm done here, or it's done, but I don't think so. Let me do the Two of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Cups. That's what I'm saying. In the physical, it all looks like a shit show. Like a very fast forward type of a shit show. Like blah, 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 shit show. And then energetically speaking, I just see you hanging on to this connection, being like, but I care for them, but this, but that. And from a soul perspective, yeah, I agree. There's quite the connection there. But like in the physical, what the fuck is up with the roller coaster there? What's going on there? I know you're into like switching gears very fast and going from one to the other, but that's too much even for you, I think. No, it's not, because you're showing up at the end being like, mine. See, that's why it's not convincing that was done there. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but okay, let me do the Hermit in the current situation. Yeah, the Sun, the Emperor, the Star. Yeah, you're being called within by your higher self, so you are calling you, being like, chill the fuck out with everything else that's going on out there. None of your business. Your business is just here right about now. And this comes through as a massive energy on your part, so you would definitely feel it. And the way you would feel it, let's say you're not really mentally kind of grabbing at it and being like, oh, okay, yeah, I know exactly what's going on. Let's say it's not happening like that, but it would happen with, things you usually do that are fun for you, that bring up a lot of like nice stuff for you. You would feel those things as not as nice, not as fun, not as exciting, And you might blame those things for that, but it's not it's not them, it's you. Type of a deal. And this is a really nice energy, actually, of going within. For some reason, it's kind of saying, hey, happiness is within you. That's where you need to be right now. Because it's an invitation to step into your power, basically. And that's how you do it for now. I don't know why your higher self is doing that, but it has its reasons, and it's good reasons by the looks of it. So, pretty cool energies. But again, if you don't kind of acknowledge those energies, it might interfere with other stuff that you're connected to outside of yourself. But for the King of Cups in the current situation, you have the Ten of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. Things are changing, things are shifting, things are proceeding in a pretty nice way here for you, especially when it comes to your stability. There's a flow to things. There's a growth to things here, that you need to be 100% with those things as they're shifting, as they're growing. And that's why you're being kind of forced to go within, to be 100% connected to your heart, because you're going to need that. And to all of yourself, clearly. You know, not just your mind driving the show here. This is an invitation to connect back to yourself, back to your heart, so that you're fully present with the changes as they're coming, and you're already in the middle of these changes. And they're good changes. They're not showing up yet as, oh yeah, something changed for the better here. Maybe as something very little, but like in the bigger picture of what this process is supposed to be, you're not done. You're just beginning here with this massive change over, again, potentially your stability, your own growth. Let me do the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles. You're like, what? Am I not balanced enough? Am I not connected to myself enough? Or what? What do you mean? Well, if you need to ask, then, you know. Not if you're asking. Again, it's an invitation from your higher self to just stand still and to just kind of go within a little bit and stay connected to yourself here. As there could be a potential massive transition for you personally, for your stability. It's just taking you from, let's say you're at chapter 7 in your own growth, personal growth, and you're going to chapter 8. And you're right there on that step, you know? But you need to stay connected to yourself here. And the reason that this is emphasized so much, I feel like it's because you're trying to do anything but that. There's a really fun energy outside of you that's definitely pulling you towards it. And this one internally is pulling you internally. So it could be a little bit of a hassle. I don't think, ultimately, I think you'll listen to yourself more than anything else. And that's what's going to determine, you know, how you kind of go through this shift. It's a massive shift. You're not going to feel it in the physical like I see it here in the energetical. It's going to develop over time for you. So you'll see parts of what I'm talking about in the physical as time progresses here. But it's beautiful. It's big. For the 10 of Wands in the immediate future, you get the 9 of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles, the Hierophant. There's a partnership here that's becoming a little bit of a pain. So, I don't know, something about it feels heavy, stressful, and you're like, I need a break. I need a break, you know. I don't think you're cutting it off. I really honestly see you as needing a little bit of a break away from it. So, you know, I'm not seeing you like, I never want to see your face again. Because it's an important partnership to you. It's not just, a friendship that you can say, hey, I'll talk to you in a few months, because right now I'm not in the mood. You know, it's somebody that's important. But for the 6 of Swords in the immediate future, you get the 6 of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Strength card. Yeah. And I think you are giving yourself this space and time away from whatever this is. You know? You're looking like you're taking your sweet time too. Like, I'll just do my thing. It's not easy though. You're making it look easy, but then you're telling me it's not easy. It's not as easy as I make it look. Okay. For the Empress, you get the 3 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, the 2 of Swords. Yeah, things are so complicated, and I feel like the space could be complicating things even more over whoever this is, in the sense of I see you looking in that direction, and I see you acknowledging pain and status. It's beyond complicated. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do about the situation at all. I'm at a complete loss here. Okay. So this is you kind of trying to first give yourself some space away from it all, to give yourself a different perspective over things. And while you do that, I think it's becoming crystal clear that, hey, maybe there's some issues here. And it's going to be a process to, you know, figure out how to resolve these issues, or, you know, how to kind of navigate through all of that as you go. but this is your initiation of a process of figuring something out about this particular partnership. So let me see what the universe has as a final advice. The Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. Right now, you're in a place in which things are looking to be going okay. As far as a commitment goes, things are looking like, okay, everything's good here, you know? Or at least it shows up in that place of so far so good. But I feel like this is the partnership that I'm looking at in the immediate future. So enjoy it for what it is. Don't anticipate, oh, it's going to go south. It may not be, you know? But there are some things that you may need to figure out on your own when it comes to the situation. And when you get there, you get there. You know, for right now, it's looking like I'm in a good place here. Okay, do that. Do that. You know, don't anticipate shit here. Because this could even be another energy, even though I don't think so. But I just throw that out there to confuse you. I think we're talking about the same energy. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped. And I'll see you next time. Bye.